Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week. Vine is being shut down. The app's longevity was about as long as its video. We got a ton of news from Square Enix the other day. We got the confirmation that Final Fantasy 15 has gone gold. The fact that there will be multiplayer DLC after all of the characters are released. There'll be a multiplayer DLC, which will be the first Final Fantasy that's not an MMO to have online multiplayer, which is really cool. The world of Final Fantasy is getting a free Sora Summon DLC. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD remixes will be coming together for a one-disc collection on the PS4. And we got the opening for the Point 2 Fragmentary Passage, which is... my reaction to it was something like this. I mean, the Ericus Keyblade, like, everything makes sense, and with the, Aqua... And also shown to us were two new screenshots of Kingdom Hearts 3. We're gonna finally go to Olympus, so hopefully this means no more Arena, because that shit got old a long time ago. So looks like we're finally going to Mount Olympus, and we have a new drive form. This is the Guard form, which looks like, you know, the Herculean Keyblade gets changed into a shield, so that's really interesting. And another new drive form that they've censored because the weapon that he's using is from a world that has not been announced yet. So that's very exciting. A lot of people noting it looks like he's swinging it like a hammer. Is it like Mjolnir because, you know, the whole Disney Marvel thing? Probably not, but regardless, it looks super gorgeous and pretty, and boy, with Final Fantasy 15 only coming out a month before 2.8, I'm gonna have to speedrun that shit because... We also got quite a lot of Pokemon news this week. First, your boy Satoshi gets his very first kiss from Serena. That was something the internet went a little crazy about. Also, Pokemon Sun and Moon got some confirmation about the final evolution starters, and now we know that their typings are for the Grass starter Rowlet. His final evolution will be Grass Ghost, which is very interesting. I don't think a lot of people saw that one coming based off of what the character looks like. And Litten's final evolution is going to be Fire Dark, so not firefighting again, which is a bit of relief and what most of us expected when Litten was very first shown, kind of like, you know, a cat form of Houndoom, if you will. And also with Poplio's final version, it looks like understandable water fairy typing, which is probably the best typing out of the three. But of course, a lot of people on the Poplio bandwagon because his special stats is not as good as the other twos. So that's a little disappointing. We've also been told that Red and Blue will be making their way to Sun and Moon as a bunch of 30-year-olds, late 20-somethings, I don't know. But, I mean, they're really going hard with the nostalgia, kind of even more so than Pokemon X and Y did, which was very, very smart. And with the advent of Pokemon Go, the Pokemon sales on 3DS titles have been going through the roof. And speaking of Pokemon Go, we're still in the middle of the first ever Pokemon Go event, the Halloween event, where it doubles candies on catches, hatches, and transfers. You also get to catch all the spoopy Pokemon like Drowsy, Hypno, Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, as well as Cubone and Marowak, because the whole skull thing is on theme for Halloween, and Meowth and Persian because, you know, cats. So, also, a lot of people still really pissed about Alolan Persian because it looks like, you know, that. So, very, very cool to finally see an event, and the Ghastlys and Drowsies have definitely been very common, so now everyone should have a Gengar and a Hypno if they put in even just a little bit of time, especially with this double candy nonsense going on. So who knows what will be in store in the future? You know, are we going to get trading? Is there going to be a Gen 2 next year? Is there going to be a Christmas event? If so, what would the event be? Because, like, there's almost no ice Pokemon in Gen 1, so unless they're just going to put Jinxes everywhere, who knows what they're going to do? Maybe there'll be something for New Year's. Is there going to be something when Sun and Moon comes out? Who knows? But anyway, good for them on an app that's still making a couple $1 million a day. And speaking of money, AT&T has bought Time Warner for $85.4 billion, which means AT&T now owns Warner Brothers, which owns DC Comics, and they also now own HBO and CNN. Just to remind everybody that monopolies are definitely not a thing of the past, because now Comcast and AT&T and Disney own like 95% of all companies that exist in the world. So that sucks. Speaking of things that sucks, Tim Miller has left Deadpool 2. That's right, the director of the much acclaimed Deadpool movie is not coming back for the sequel due to creative differences with star and producer Ryan Reynolds. This was reportedly over the style of the movie. Tim Miller wanted a stylized look, while Ryan Reynolds wanted to keep to the raunchy comedic style of the first movie. And there also was a disagreement on the casting of Cable. So they're looking for a new director. This movie is supposed to be, shooting relatively soon. And, there's still some other characters like Domino that haven't been casted. So, that's a disappointment. But, if people like the first one, why fix something that ain't broken? Who knows, exactly what could have been. But now we're just going to have to look forward to see what will be. In other movie news, we have a source saying that J.J. Abrams' produced movie God Particle is taking place in the Cloverfield universe, and that there will be a Cloverfield universe movie annually from now on for, an unspecified amount of time. God Particle was first announced in 2011 or 2012, and it has to do with astronauts out in space looking at Earth as it disappears after a huge accident at the Large Hadron Collider. And I don't know how on earth this coincides with the Cloverfield universe, but if you're wondering how does that fit with the monster movie, well, just take a look at Cloverfield Lane. That is a movie taking place within the same universe that's just completely different, almost entirely detached from the initial movie storyline, but still makes a cohesive universe within itself. So I don't know how this is going to coincide or what changes there may or may not be making, because Cloverfield Lane wasn't originally part of the Cloverfield universe, so this may be taking cues from that change as well. And it is still just a rumor, but hey, Cloverfield and Cloverfield Lanes were amazing movies, so I have my hopes up high for God Particle as well. Your Xbox game for gold goes as follows. For the Xbox One, you get Super Dungeon Bros and Murdered Soul Suspect, the game that did so well, its developer went under a month after release. And on the Xbox 360, as well as the Xbox One via backwards compatibility, is The Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. And your PlayStation Plus free games for November on the PS4 are Everybody's Gone for Rapture and The Deadly Tower of Monsters. And PS3 owners get Dirt 3 and Costume Quest 2. Any whoosy what's it, that is what mattered this week. If you like to know what matters in the future, hit the sub button. One of these comes out every single week. Leave your comments below on any of the stories that I mentioned this week, and we'll catch you guys next time.